Welcome to A Dose of Kryssy. Hey, learn and grow with me. Hey, through lifestyle, adventure, and beauty. Hey you guys, welcome back to A Dose of Kryssy. I'm so glad you guys are here with me, joining me for another video. I'm so glad you guys are back to get another dose of your girl. Thank you. So today we're going to be getting into a dose of makeup. I'm going to be bringing you a dose of springtime, a dose of color. Yes, color. Okay, guys, if you are so interested in seeing how I got here, stay tuned. And you really should stay tuned because I got some tips and some tricks and some pointers to give you. Leg up. Alright, let's go ahead and jump right into it. I'm going to be using my Can't Stop Won't Stop concealer, and this is in the color Warm Honey. I really like, at first I did not like this because I thought it was going to be too dark, but not too dark, too light. But one thing about this concealer is that you have to move fast, because if you don't move fast, it will dry out on you. I do like using eyeshadow primers, but what I found is that I get more color payoff when I use a concealer. So if you are doing your makeup and you are using shadows that aren't, like, the color isn't really coming out or paying off, try using a brighter concealer and that should help you out. So now I have my concealer on, and this is a spring look, so we're gonna be doing a little bit of like a orangey yellow but bright. And I'm gonna be going in with the James Charles palette. So the colors that I'm gonna be using today is Punch Me, and then I'm thinking about using Rusted, but I'm definitely gonna use 518, and then I'm also going to use Code James. I'm gonna be going in with my Sephora crease brush, and I'm gonna be putting in that color Punch Me on the lid to set that concealer. So I'm actually gonna start off with Code James in my crease. And as you see, I'm like tapping in that color, and as I'm like blending this back and forth, I'm also moving upwards. And I'm gonna go into the other eye and do the exact same thing. If you guys have any like issues like doing your eyeshadows, try doing each step one at a time on both eyes. That should help you guys like remember the order you're going in, and kind of help you just make sure all the eyeshadow is sitting in the same place as the other eye. And let's say you have an eyeshadow that the color's popping on one side and not the other. Pick up some color on your brush, tap it in those spots, and then lightly blend over it. Because sometimes you just need to pick up the product and just set it there and then move it. So when people say that they're blending, this is really what they're doing. They're taking their brush. Also, when people say they're using a fluffy brush, this is a fluffy brush, okay? To go in there to their crease. And they're using that just because, as you can see, like, you know, it blends and it's able just to like to get the color where you need it. There's you can also use a crease brush, and there's different types of crease brushes. You have this one, which is nice and fluffy, and then you have one like the one from the crayon case that is really, I believe, like tapered. It's like super pointy to like literally get on those spots and then From there, you can layer your color on and blend, or you can just blend that out. But I mean, if you're gonna be blending it out bigger, there's no need to use like a small one. I like the color, but I do want to go up a little bit more. I'm going in with the small shader brush from, is this a small? Yeah, small shadow blender from the crayon case. And I'm going to blend out the top of this so there's no harsh line, so it doesn't go like straight from color to skin. I just want it to kind of look like it's coming out of the skin, you know what I mean? And if you find that doing that kind of takes away your color, tap your brush back in and blend it. And I want to apply a little bit more pressure, so I'm holding this brush closer to the brush end. Okay, so I feel like that is blended out. Now we're gonna go right in with our orange color. So I'm gonna just go with my eyeshadow brush from Sephora, and I am picking up a lot of color, and I'm not flicking it off. I'm gonna show you guys. I'm picking up a lot of color, and I'm just going to start placing, but kind of brushing it because there's fallout. But that's just because like I didn't tap it off. And here I'm just following like the natural shape of my eye, and I'm kind of going up with the orange. Okay, so I went in and applied some Fenty Beauty eyeshadow primer. So I'm gonna try one more time going in with this orange, and I'm just gonna place it there. Yes, honey, that's the orange color I'm looking for. She has arrived. Okay, so I have all the colors placed on this eye, like where I want them. I need to go back in and add some more Code James, and then I'm going to blend. Okay, now with the eyeshadow base on this side, I think that orange will stick a little bit better. All right, yes, it's sticking. Let's do some eyeliner. I'm gonna be going in with my NYX matte liquid liner. Now I kind of struggle with doing my wings, so bear with me. The line's there, so it is. Whoa, there we go. Okay, now that the eyes are done, I'm gonna zoom back out, and then we can beat this face, finish beating this face. So one of the reasons I figured out why I don't like to do eyeshadow after foundation is because I should have showed you guys this earlier, but you probably don't see, but there's a whole bunch of orange. And no, it doesn't happen with every eyeshadows, but it does happen with most eyeshadows. So go with the makeup wipe and just wipe all that color out, because you don't want that color mixing in with your foundation. I'm gonna use a little bit of my mattifying primer from Fenty Beauty. So now we'll go in with our Milk Hydro Grip Primer, and I only use one pump of this, and I spread it around, but also it gets like super tacky, so I just try to like pat it in, and I just place that in the areas around where I already put the first primer. Going to go in with my setting powder from Laura Mercier. Laura Mercier, I don't know. Is it French? You tell me. And I like to go in with quite a bit of powder. A tip that I got from Jackie Aina. That just creates another layer that the makeup can stick to that will help it be matte and stop and help, and less oil will push through, making my makeup set a little bit longer. Okay, and a step you can do after this is putting on your setting spray, but you don't have to. So I'm just shaking it up right now. My foundation, this is in the color Chai by Too Faced, a part of their Born This Way. I'm putting 2 pumps on the back of my hand, and I'm gonna go in with my Real Techniques brush. Okay, so we got our foundation on. Noise. Now we're about to go in with our concealer. We're about to use 420 from Fenty Beauty. I feel like you can just say the numbers nowadays and people will be like, oh yeah, that's a Fenty Beauty product they're about to use. Grab my A Dose of Makeup fan, and I'm just gonna dry that product down a little bit. And sometimes I really don't like to contour or bronze or whatever you call it, so I just go back in with my foundation brush and I just smooth everything out. Sometimes I just like to be brown with the bright middle, and that's it. I'm gonna go in with my Fenty Beauty powder and cashew, and I really only use cashew to set underneath my eyes or like a part of my face that I want to make really bright. So I'm going in with my Real Techniques setting brush, and I like to tap it into where I want it. And sometimes I'll brush. Can you see how like I just made everything under my eye just like look super smooth? This Fenty Beauty setting powder is really something amazing, okay? The under the eyes is done. After I do the under eyes, I like to go in with a darker setting powder, which again, I'm gonna use my Laura Mercier. And I go over everything with this powder. Even some of the edges of the light powder that I already just put on. Cause it's, with it being like brown powder, it's helping bring a little bit of color back. That's why I really don't like need to bronze, because like the setting powder already has some color to it. And I'm gonna go in with my eyelash curler, and I'm gonna be going in with my Hourglass mascara. I think I got this in like a Sephora Play box, but I need to go and buy the bigger one because I love this mascara. It does literally everything I've been needing a mascara to do. All right, so we are almost done. I'm gonna be going in with a gloss. It's a new gloss. She's clear. She's a glass slipper. She's beautiful. She's beautiful. Fenty Beauty's Glass Slipper Gloss. Better than any gloss. All right, better than any clear gloss, okay? Ooh, I just love putting this stuff on. Y'all, look at that. I mean, aren't they just glistening? Aren't they just glistening? What? I can't take it. Okay. So I think we're just about ready. All right, y'all, here we are with the final look from your girl. Let me sit back a little bit. But yes, you guys, this is the final look. I really hope you guys enjoyed going through this video with me. I hope you enjoyed the little tips and tricks and pointers that I gave. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you share it with a friend so everybody gets their spring looks together and get it popping. Don't forget to subscribe, and also comment down below if you really like this spring look, and let me know if you want to see another spring look so I can go ahead and do that for you guys. I know sometimes as women of color are sometimes afraid to do color or play with color, or not sure how a certain color will look or something like that. Shoot your idea over to me. I'm gonna see if I can make it work, make it do what it do for the springtime. And yeah, you guys, thank you so much for joining me, and I hope to see you guys back for another dose of Kryssy. Deuces.